Ryan, thanks. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Nets postgame show with Devin Harris. I'm Nancy Newman. How about another drama-filled finish after that flat first half? They put that out the window. The Nets were down 17 at break time. Everything changed after the half, led by Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Brooklyn came all the way back, and they hang on, Devin.
Yeah, this team has learned how to play from behind. When you talk about a young team, they gave them a lot of confidence, but in the second half, they changed the physicality, like Kevin said. And when you got a guy that can go supernova in the third quarter, 26 points, when you have that luxury, Kyrie Irving as well with 38, and you got two guys that can take it upon themselves to take over a game offensively, you're in a good spot.
It was a beautiful thing to watch. Let's go through the highlights, and then we'll dig right in. Okay, starting things off with Killian Hayes. As we said, Detroit dominated that opening half, passing it over to Bojan Bogdanovic, sinking home the three that made it 14-4. Later in the quarter, Edmund Sumner.
Durant down the middle, easy left-hand layup right here, and just many of buckets that he had in the game.
And that was huge. More on that to come as he moved into 16th place on the all-time NBA scoring list. Monster slam there by Jaden Ivey. Under a minute to go in the quarter, Sumner, nice bounce pass to Warren.
Behind the back with a nice kiss.
10-point game. On we go, second quarter, Nets moving it around. Royce O'Neal, Joe Harris.
Swing, swing, corner shot, easiest shot in basketball.
Nice. Later, Kyrie, waiting for his moment to strike. Finds it, smooth.
It's his spot.
Midway through the third quarter.
Sadiq
a little finger roll here.
Splits his defense right here with the finish off the glass. Shows how strong he is.
Still up, double digits for Detroit. Pistons on a roll. Hayes, the feed inbound over Jalen Duren, and the slam home. Pistons up 59-46. Under 2 minutes left in that first half. Ill-fated pass, Kevin Durant, stolen by Duren, and the dish, Jaden Ivey, and the finish, 67-50. Third quarter, off the miss by Ivey, Kyrie.
Bad turnover here. He had two of these in the game. Can't foul right there because of the foul trouble. Pushing so hard in the third quarter, but making some big mistakes. But how do you make up for it?
Yeah.
Give it to Durant in transition for the easy deuce. 9-point
game. Comeback is on. Later in the frame, Irving a steal off the rebound and the bogey miss. And it's Irving bringing it all the way. Oh, pretty.
In the finger roll. Nobody, changes direction like he does in transition. Pretty finish.
Nets down 8. Under 4 to go. Nick Claxton trying to slam it in. No. Alec Burks picking up the rebound. Pistons in transition. Marvin Bagley, he had a nice game.
Yeah, this is a big 4-point swing right here at an easy 2, but gives it up on the other end.
Time winding down. More KD. Oh, yeah. Getting hot. Nets down 1. Seconds left. KD again. Putting it up.
This is how you end the third quarter. 3 threes in the last minute of the quarter puts his team up.
Did you say 3 threes in the last minute of the quarter?
Yes.
First lead of the night. Now the fourth, Irving knocking down the tray.
My turn. My turn.
And now Utah. O'Neal.
Just good offense, good balance, swinging over to a wide open 3. Now they're in rhythm offensively.
5-point lead. And more to come. Watanabe over to Kevin Durant. Enough with the threes.
Yeah, just gets him to the 40-point mark. Third time he scored 40 against Detroit. He likes seeing them. Nets
up 7, but hold on. Little jittery here. Time winding down. It's intercepted. They're going the other way, and bogey. What a clutch shot.
Huge turnover right there. Wrong spot for Watanabe to be in the middle of the floor. Bogey takes advantage.
But it wouldn't be enough because Nick Claxton at the other end on the last attempt by the Pistons. He's all over it.
You talk about Defensive Player of the Year. Those are the type of plays you need to make.
Wow. Talk about exciting. 124-121 is your final. Bogey, 26 points in the losing effort. Kevin Durant, 43 points, 26 in that third quarter alone. Brooklyn now on a season-high 6-game losing streak. Wow, that game summary was brought to you by Infinity. The Nets have now won 6 in a row and 10 of their last 11. So much to talk about here. We're going to start with Kevin Durant.
We talk about a guy that literally can flip it on the switch. We talked about this. Saw the first half was a little flat, only had 13 points, and now he turns it on knowing that his team needs a big lift. How does he do that? You know, he gets to the free throw line, he gets a couple layups. Now he's got his feet underneath him. Now the threes start to fall. And what do you do when the three start to fall? There's nothing you can do because he's Kevin Durant. And 3 threes to end the third quarter to give his team the lead after being down double digits. When you got the other team's fans cheering for you and up on your feet, you know you're something special.
That was something, wasn't it? So many numbers to talk about concerning Kevin Durant. 91st 25-point-plus game as a net, surpassing your friend Richard Jefferson for tops all time. And we're just getting started with his numbers on the evening.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to continue to score at this rate because he can do it whenever he feels like it. He can turn it on, and he's something special. 6'10", can be off the dribble. There's nothing that anybody's ever seen.
So much fun. Durant's performance tonight was reminiscent of his final 2 games against Detroit last season when he scored 51 and 41 respectively. He has become the 4th player in NBA history to reach the 40-point mark against the Pistons in at least 3 consecutive games, joining a trio of legends: Wilt, Elgin Baylor, and Rick Barry.
Great company. He fits right on in there, and before he's done, he's going to be considered one of the best.
And you know, he also moved into 16th place on the all-time scoring list tonight as well, surpassing John Havlicek and Paul Pierce.
Couple of Celtics, but like I said before, this guy's he's going to be a top 10 scorer and one of the best we've ever seen play the game, and he's just getting started, only 34 years old.
And KD was not alone tonight. He had a cohort in Kyrie Irving. They combined for 81 points.
These two really combine and play so well. They play off each other, and knowing that, you know, it's my turn, it's his turn. Third quarter was Kevin Durant. Last game, third quarter was Kyrie Irving. And they understand they can carry such a heavy load between the two of them when other guys are struggling. And when you have a dynamic duo like this, it's such a luxury to have. And I think this is why they want to play with one another, because they understand how to get it done.
Kyrie, these are his numbers over his last 10 games. An average of 27.5 points per game. Better than 50% field goal shooting. Plus, important contributions in the rebounding and assist departments. He and Durant are truly every bit the dynamic duo in every sense of the phrase. And as we talked about downstairs during halftime, all they have to do is just flip the switch.
Yeah, and they can do it, and they understand. They read the game really well. They play off one another really well, and they're efficient in doing so. I mean, they both shoot over 50%. They can get it three different ways, and just watching them, it's just such a pleasure. And I watch the Nets a lot, and I've seen them really have subpar first halves. And I know at some point in the game, offensively, they're going to flip it on. I'll turn it on. They're down 17, turn it off, come back on. They're up 12. And tonight was one of those games where they understand, hey, Detroit's physical. We're going to turn up our intensity in the second half. Defensively, they were great, but offensively, you got 2 guys like that. They never stood a shot.
And what are you seeing from Kyrie? His game has a different feel to it.
Yeah, I think he's just, he's clear-minded. He's keeping it to basketball. He's really in a good spot and playing up Kevin Durant, understanding like, hey, his dad told him get his legs underneath him on three-point shot. We've seen him make a ton of threes the last 2 games, and nobody finishes better than him. So he's really starting to understand the mentality of the game, and I love to see it. Yeah.
Time for a quick break. Much more to come on this post-game show. When we return, we will hear what Jacques Vaughn has to say about the performances of KD and Kyrie in tonight's win. Then we're going to have highlights from a few other games taking place around the NBA on this Sunday night. Plus, we'll have additional reaction from Little Caesars Arena, where Brooklyn stayed red hot and picked up yet another dramatic win. We are back with our key to tonight's game, the work done by Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving together. Counting the postseason, this was the 6th time that Durant and Irving have scored at least 35 points in the same game as teammates. 43 for Durant, including 26 in the third quarter alone, and 38 for Kyrie Irving. Welcome back to the Nets postgame show. The Nets came into the night having won 5 in a row, 9 of their last 10. Comeback victories, the theme of the road trip. Tonight marks their largest of the season. Let's get the thoughts of the very pleased head coach, Jacques Vaughn.
Yeah, you thought the World Cup was exciting, Megan.
This gets better.
Yeah, we tried to top that.
We did.
That was the whole mission, the whole night. Everybody who tuned into the World Cup, tuned into our game.
Well, if I had known that, we should have put that out there. But you guys definitely put on a show. To be down by 17 at halftime. What was your overall message to this group coming out in that second half?
Yeah, pretty unhappy with ourselves at halftime. Just the overall concentration level, which we talked about before the game. And so it wasn't where it needed to be. Luckily, we had another half to play. Again, another third quarter by that group, 25 points in the third, 25 points in the fourth. So to be able to hold them to 50 points in the half turned our concentration level up, our want up, our need to, all of the above to get the win.
And for Kevin Durant to have 26 of the 44 points in that third quarter, what did you see that allowed him to get going offensively?
Yeah, he was really trying to get a pulse in the feel of, they were doing different things, whether not doubling on the post, sometimes doubling on the post, doubling in pick and roll coverage. So really just an efficient night of finding out where he was going to get his shots from. I think he was pretty patient overall, and then when the water started running, it started pouring. So it was really good to see.
In your mind, I mean, listen, we've seen Kevin kind of go off quickly and ignite fast, but I mean, what was it, I guess, that enabled him to do it tonight to turn so abruptly?
Yeah, Brian, I think the mix of, he turned the corner a couple of times. He didn't get it to go for him at the rim a few times, but he stayed with it. And so whether that was, I think, setting up the three-ball game, which when that thing's going in is extremely tough to guard him because there's so much space around him, man. We try to put more space around him throughout the course of the night, but I thought his early attacks to the rim, some successful, some unsuccessful, set up the threes, which got him going.
And probably an even more glaring change, at least from the outside. Nick looked like he struggled defensively in the first half, but yet he came up big at the end. What was going wrong for him in the first half, and how did he change it to going right by the end?
Yeah, I think overall the concentration level that we tried to give to Bogdanovich and Burks at the beginning of the game, they made some adjustments which had us thinking a little bit. Overall, we want this team to play with instincts and feel and not be thinking too much. When he gets back to just guarding and defending and jumping out at the basketball and wanting to guard, using his instincts, that's what he got back to in the second half.
I know it's not something that you want to see, to have to come back a second game after being down by double figures, but what can you say just about the resiliency and the poise, as you always mentioned, that this group has shown you, especially when it comes quarter by quarter or play by play?
Well, it's interesting. You learn about your team in stretches like that also, whether who's talking in the huddle, what is the communication, what is the self-talk at that time from individuals. And so all that I'm trying to process at the same time. Who can I put into the game? Which buttons can we push? What units, which we had different ones out there tonight. So that piece of it allows me to really stress to this team that we're going to put a group out there who's playing hard, and we're going to try to win every single night, however way we do it.
Jock, a little bit more on Kevin. I mean, he had 20 points in 3 minutes, or 3 minutes and 3 seconds. What's it like to have a guy that can do that on your team?
It was nice because the score was, coming back in our favor a little bit, and we were able to take the lead. And, you're thinking at that part of the game is how are you going to climb back into it without thinking too far ahead. And then he was able to string some possessions together. And you see the momentum piece of it. Guys were able to defend better. We got stops. We got rebounds at that time just because the shots that he was making were going in.
Jack, you've obviously been around him closely these last few years. You watched him from a distance for those years before. Do you think this is the best top to bottom that you've seen him?
The teams throw everything at him. And so that piece of it, I think it warrants that conversation. Just because at the end of the night, and we talked about it a little bit the other day, you look at the stat sheet and it's an extremely efficient night. And so that's an incredible task to do when the defense is, geared towards you every single night. I love that he's doing it in multiple ways, whether it's passing the basketball, whether it's on the post, mid-post, at the elbow, three ball. You just see it in a variety of ways, which means his game is getting better still, which is pretty difficult to say, but some truth behind it.
And Chuck, do you have an update on TJ? We saw him. It seemed like he got up slow right at the end of
the half. Yeah. No, nothing. Nothing from the performance team. He was able to go back in, just use a different unit to finish the game.
Thanks, Chuck. Do you expect Patty when you get back?
Yes. So the update on Patty, non-COVID illness, which hit him pretty hard. I guess that's going around a little bit, and so but the report back that he was feeling a lot better from the previous 2 days for sure. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Okay, guys.
Thanks, Jock.
Certainly good news on TJ Warren. And to go back to what Coach was speaking about earlier, and you thought the World Cup was exciting. Tune into this game tonight, which of course we did. We're here. But he said he wants his guys to play with instinct and feel, and they're showing us such an exciting brand of basketball.
Yeah, and you find a lot about your team in stretches where they're down. You know, what's being talked about in the huddle. You know, is there positive self-talk? And I think he's using that to figure out who he can put in the game, what units are going to work, and which buttons he can push. In the last 2 games, he's been excellent at putting those units out there, and they've been very successful.
What is it like in that huddle? What are you guys saying to one another when you're feeling the comeback?
You keep pushing. You know, keep doing the things that are getting us in the game. Defensively, keep locking in. We're getting good shots at the rim, but you just want positive talk, positive reinforcement, and throughout the course of the game, if you have that, you're going to keep believing that you can win the game.
Do you know it's coming?
I mean, when I got Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, yeah, I know at some point it's coming.
Okay, very good. Very good, fair. Time for another break on the postgame show. Stay with us. We've still got more ahead as we continue to break down Brooklyn's latest victory. Everybody's feeling good, and why not? We're on the way back.
The Nets postgame show on Yes is brought to you in part by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play.
We're back on the Nets postgame show. We're going to focus on the Pistons side of things just for a little bit as they dominated that first half. And Jaden Ivey, he had his hands full in that matchup, point guard.
He did, but, you know, he came out really aggressive, attacking the rim ferociously. And this is what his game is all about, you know, really attacking the rim. You know, he's an improved three-point shooter, and he's getting a lot of opportunity to show off and grow in his game, and that's all you want as a rookie. We see him right here, taking it to the rim with a strong finish and a lot of, you know, great plays and understanding, like, the rim is his ocean.
19 points for him. And the Pistons, they lost to the Kings the other night. They don't often play poorly 2 nights in a row, and they proved that tonight.
Yeah, they're really well coached. And, you know, Casey does a great job of putting guys in position to be successful. He's starting a lot of young guys, but he's got some veterans that he sprinkles in. And tonight, they got off to a great start, again, like Sacramento, but just couldn't finish it off at the end.
Nope, it's the Nets that are victorious. Now a 6th straight win. We're going to head to some post-game sound now, starting with Edmund Sumner.
I mean, when you look at this game, what was the biggest difference maker, especially when you look at the first half versus the second half?
I'd say we were bringing the energy, being locked in. We felt like this game was a details game. Can't never underestimate opponents. Like I said, they're all pros. They're a really good young team. And I feel like the second half we locked in on the defensive end. We can get all the buckets in the world, but we can't get stops, man. Like you see the first half, they had, a 19-point lead, which is crazy.
What was working so well for Detroit in that first half with the offensive rebounds, getting inside the paint and knocking down the threes?
The offensive rebounding, that's been one of our biggest keys, rebounding. And a couple of the slips, we were getting a little confused on the slips, letting them get free. But we wanted to be more aggressive second half.
What is it like to see KD go off like that in that third quarter? 26, which was the most points he's ever had in his NBA career in any quarter.
Man, them 2 guys, they're special, man. Like, you never know what else they're going to do. Like, what more can they do? And they show you they can do more. At his age, man, he's a special guy. He amazes me every time.
And for you, you told me you're from Detroit. You've told me that several times before. What was it just like knowing that you have family and friends in the building?
Oh, it's amazing, man. It's a great feeling. Me coming down a day early, getting to spend time with my family, knowing there's 30-some people out there waiting for me right now, man. I love it, man. It was great to be out there playing and stuff like that. Even better, we got the win.
We know that Kevin's capable of doing things like this, but at this point, does it still surprise you when he does, when it's in the moment and you're watching these threes?
Man, I wouldn't say surprising, but it's just like, man, this guy is on another level. Like, it's kind of like one of those. But like you said, we didn't see this year after year after year after year, so nothing really surprised us. But, man, it's like he just keeps taking it up a notch. Like, he's not slowing down at all.
This is the second game for you guys that you had to fight back from being down by double figures. What is it showing the resiliency of how you guys are able to kind of stay poised and, you know, take it game by game, quarter by quarter?
Like you said, game by game, we definitely don't want to be down 19 or 17 at half. But, I mean, like you said, stuff happens. Game's not over. Like you said, we had a whole nother half, come in, lock in as a group, and just come out better the second half. I feel like you said, the resiliency. You're going to have some ups and downs throughout the NBA season. Every game is not going to be perfect. So for guys to stay together, come out second half, and pull out performance like that, I mean, that says a lot.
And for Claxton to get that block, we saw 6 in Toronto, but that big-time block right at the end of it. What have you seen from his game that's allowed him to be such a great rim protector?
Man, Clax is huge for us. We know he's down there. We can be aggressive on the ball. Man, overall, he's our best defender. I feel like from him being able to switch, from him being able to protect the rim, he does so much for us. Clax is definitely appreciated on this team.
And to win 6 games straight. When you hear that from what this team has gone through, what is just so special about what you guys are doing right now?
I feel like we kind of always knew we were capable of. Had a slow start, I would say. It wasn't the end of the world for us, end of the world for everyone else. But, I mean, this is great. I mean, we want to keep building. Like you said, we got goals. So, I mean, winning 6 straight is great, but we got bigger goals that we want to, achieve.
Now, that was a good listen, and a couple of key points made there. Megan made a nice point. The fact that they stayed poised, even when the Pistons were trying to get back the lead, but they'd have none of it.
Yeah, and watching Kevin Durant, you watch his teammates, how they react to him. And this is a guy that they spend every day with him, and still amazed at what he can do. 34, still taking his game to another level. And I thought when he went nuclear, everybody else sort of kind of relaxed and like, okay, we can get back in the game. We have the lead now, and we're going to take from his direction. They started defending better. They started rebounding better. And once they got the lead, they never relinquished it.
You know, you've played with some greats, Vince,
Yeah.
Dirk.
Yeah.
Did you feel that being alongside them, you elevated your game?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
But they make you do that. That's why they're great. And once you start watching them, it makes you want to get involved even more. And Dirk, a couple of times, you get in awe just watching what he can do on the floor. Vince as well. I mean, one of the most athletic guys to ever play this game. But, you don't want to just be a spectator over there. You want to contribute as well.
What is it specifically that inspires you when you watch them and you're alongside?
It's just the way that they work at the game. It's not necessarily on the court. It's the work that they're putting in before, the night before, before they get to the game, just watching them increasingly, they're already great, but keeping that focus and that hunger to be even greater, it makes you want to up your level as well.
It's great watching greatness. Our game was one of 7 matchups on Sunday's NBA schedule, which included action featuring teams on impressive winning streaks, just like Brooklyn. Highlights coming up after another break on the postgame show. Welcome back. For the first time in history, the Nets have rallied from double-digit halftime deficits to win back-to-back games. Their largest deficit at any point tonight was 19, surpassing the 18 they trailed by during Friday's game in Toronto. Their next best comeback this season, a game we mentioned a few minutes ago, their December 10th game against the Pacers, when they rallied from down 14 with 8 players inactive. And as we said at the top of the show, Devin, comeback wins are the theme of this road trip. 3 of them.
They are, and the mark of a good team is they don't panic when they get down. They keep working the game, because when you have the offensive firepower to back it up, you just keep working the game, and teams are going to give you a chance to get back into the game. And when that opportunity presents itself, they jump on it.
And like you said, when you've got KD, right, who scored 43 points, including a dominating 26-point third quarter. Here's Kevin Durant.
What got you going in the third?
Nothing. I mean, I feel like I'm always I'm always locked in to play, and whenever my name is called, I gotta go out there and make shots and shoot good shots. And that's what happened at the end of the third. I felt like I had some great looks. I was able to finish them.
Did you determine, I think you guys were down by about a dozen, like 3 minutes left. Did you determine that you had to be more aggressive in hunting your shots?
Yeah, I felt like I could be more aggressive around that time. Kai came out the game, so I knew there would be a lot of attention on me to score, so I tried to keep that in mind as well. But I felt like I got some good one-on-one opportunities, and with late help, I was able to shoot over, and then the 3 threes. What I think got it started was the 5 free throws when I came down. He fouled me on a 3, and then I got the bonus. We was in the bonus, and I got the free throws there. And that's what kind of started those 3 threes at the end of the quarter, which got me going too, got us going, got us over the hump. So just trying to put my foot on the gas and be aggressive to score, and that'll open up the rest for my teammates.
Kevin, you had like 20 points in 3 minutes, of the final 3 minutes. I mean, when that's happening, I mean, are you even thinking, or what is it like to be like that?
I usually know what, how many shot attempts and, but when I forget, that's when I really know I'm like super, super in the zone, when I don't know for sure what my shot attempts, what my points are, and, I felt like the ball was coming to my hand so fast, so I couldn't even process it in my mind. And I looked up, and I'm like, "Damn, I got 39. I didn't think I had that much." But it was good to get back into the game and give us some momentum and energy. Our bench was up, our coaches were up the whole fourth quarter, so I'm glad that little spark gave us a push there.
I saw when you went back in the game in the fourth quarter, and you kind of looked over at Kyrie and you just went like that. I mean, like you knew you guys were headed in the right direction.
Yeah. I mean, we were just trying to get over the hump the whole game. I think early in the game we got down too big. It was a 35-21 quarter. And when you're down 15, 16, you just want to break that 10-point mark and get it under 10 and see where you are from there. So I think we were fighting for that the whole first half. And then in the second half, we was able to cut that lead early in the third quarter, and that's when I felt like we were in good shape.
Jacques was saying he thinks that you're still getting better, even at this stage of your career. Night to night, can you feel that still now?
Yeah. I feel like I never know how opposing teams are going to guard me, what schemes they're going to throw at me. Sometimes there's some new stuff that I haven't seen before. But at this point, I've seen a lot of different coverages over the last couple of years, so I'm trying to stay prepared for that. So that's definitely how I can keep getting better, is just reading the defense even more. And my next step is just to maybe predict what's coming next from the defensive side of the ball, and watching more film to see the tendencies on the guys on guard, stuff like that. So trying to be focused every game and trying to stay in it and be locked in every game. And that's a battle in this league, especially traveling so much and back-to-backs and stuff like that. So I'm trying to be on point every possession.
Did they double you? It seemed like they ran a good amount of doubles at you. When you were taking those threes, I mean, were you reading the doubles and saying, all right, you know what, I'm going to get this out before?
Yeah.
Because it looked like you motioned, I think maybe it was Utah or somebody in the court.
Yeah, the
Space it for me.
Yeah. I felt like those threes in the end of the third, they didn't know what they wanted to do on their coverage, whether they were going to play in a drop or trap the ball or just switch it. And I felt like they were indecisive a bit, and I was able to get free on some of those three-pointers. And, but the fourth quarter, they made a good adjustment of just running guys at me and Kai, and we had to make the right decision. I think Utah hit a big three in the corner. We generated some good looks. I want to say Ed hit a 3 too. So we're still working on that. Like when teams run and jump us, what's our alignment after that, and how we're going to make plays after that. So that's more so what I was focused on.
You've had some great stretches throughout your career. When you look at the efficiency you're playing with and the way you're helping everybody else top to bottom, do you think this is the best that you've played in your career for this long of a stretch?
I just think mentally I understand the game a little bit more. I'm not too surprised by anything that's thrown at me. So I could say I'm on a different level mentality-wise than I was as a younger player a few years ago. But I feel like I had some great stretches of basketball before. But this is pretty solid. I'm having fun. I'm knocking down some shots right now. So I know I can't compare. I try not to compare. But I feel mentally I'm getting better, and I'm starting to understand the game on a different level than I did before.
In the first half, at least, it looked outwardly that Nick struggled a little bit defensively in the first half and came back into his own in the second half. Do you agree with that assessment? And in your mind, was that just kind of him thinking too much in the first half and just going on instinct in the second, or was it something else?
I just think it was all of us. We all was off on defense. We gave up, was it 55? Yeah, 54 points. I mean, no, that was us. 71 points in the first half. Like, that's not us, and all of us. So I felt like we were all off, and then I think that third quarter we was able to get on the same page finally, be more physical, up the pressure, and we was able to get some stops, string together some stops in a row, which got our offense going.
Ben's been, I think, he was a defensive player of the year, runner-up. You've gotten all defense votes.
I haven't got off defense.
You got a vote. Last year you got
A
one
vote.
vote.
Oh, okay. I'll take that vote. I'll take the one vote.
You got one defensive vote. It is what Nick does when he's playing well defensively. Is that pretty much irreplaceable for this team? For the way you guys want to play?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, what he brings is unique. I mean, we don't. It's tough. It's rare that you have a center that can guard perimeter players, guard point guards, and block shots at the rim like that, and get up and run the floor. So yeah, he's irreplaceable for what we doing. I think he could play different ways on both ends of the floor. He's energetic. He's young. So yeah, he's irreplaceable for what we're trying to do.
I love it when he gives us insight into his mentality. He says mentally he's getting even better. Is he his best ever?
I think so, because when you talk about a guy that's seeing the best defense on a night-to-night basis, different coverages, they're throwing everything but the kitchen sink, and he goes 14 of 22 and is as efficient as anybody in the league. That shows that his mentality and reading the defense is on a higher level. And when he's already been great, talent-wise, he's still the same, but now his mentality and how he sees the game is starting to catch up with him. Everything's moving in slow motion, and he can also direct traffic as well and then continue to score at a high level. I mean, the guy's only going to get better and better, each and every year.
In the sweet spot, right? And take us also inside the zone. I love hearing descriptions of what it feels like to be in the zone.
I don't know if I've ever been in a zone like him. I mean, this guy talks about, how do you know you're going to have a big game? Like, when I wake up from my nap, that's how I know. Like, I don't know if I've ever been in that position, but this guy can score at a different level. And when you just look up and like that, you go from 20 to 39, and you don't even realize it, that's when you know.
When you know, you know. Time for one more break on the post-game show. Stay right there. Devin and I have more to come before we finish up coverage of tonight's victory in Detroit, the 10th in 11 games for Durant and the Nets.
I know you've got the utmost respect for KD, but is there anything that he does at this point that still surprises you, or are you just used to seeing that kind of level?
I'll tell you, I definitely don't take it for granted. I definitely don't take his talent and his amount of hard work that he puts into not only his craft, but just his life, how he treats himself. I don't take it for granted. We got to enjoy the time while he's here, not just as a teammate, but the whole entire world watching. And he's impacted the world of sport, completely. But when he's doing performances like this on a consistent basis, you can't take it for granted. You just continue to feed him good energy, and just want to see him continue to be consistent with that. So he puts a lot of hard work in, a lot of pressure on himself at times, and he wants to be the best. And when I'm alongside him, I want to be the best too. So we continue to push each other in ways that go way beyond the court, but when we're on the court and we're playing well, it looks good. So we just want to keep it up.
You said, obviously he wants to be the best. That's the highest scored quarter he's ever had. He's 34. I mean, is this...
What's 34 in NBA years, though? That's all I'm saying. You know that question I was going to ask you, man.
Well, my point is this the best?
Yeah.
Is this the best? I don't mean tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, is this the best extended run that you've seen him have?
To be up close, yeah. The numbers show. So, when we're out there, it doesn't necessarily feel like that because he makes it look so easy, or he gets it in a myriad of ways. He's a 3-level scorer, 4-level scorer at times, shooting a deep ball. So, when he gets on stretches like this, you want to play well alongside him. That's really how I feel. I want to play well alongside him. Because it's one thing if one person on the team is scoring 40 every night, 35 every night, but when we're dishing the ball the way we are, when we're playing defense the way we are, then it makes his performances look even more spectacular, as it should, because we're winning. If he was doing it and we were just having these ups and downs, which the last few years have shown, then it doesn't feel as good. But when we're winning like this and the team feels good and we know that we're not panicking and we're having turnovers and we're having lulls in the game, but we're just not holding our head. We're just trusting what we got going on and then, just playing basketball.
Kyrie, when you walked out in the fourth quarter, you and Kevin were kind of there, and looked like Kevin just nodded to you like, we have this. I mean, is that sort of how you felt? You don't want to, waste that kind of performance, or we don't
want to waste any performance. You want to waste any performance, but to your point, when Kev's out of the game and I'm in, we hold each other to utmost accountability. If he gets the lead back, or he lets go of a lead, you know, we look each other in the eyes like, man, we got to be better, or just continue this. So we've created that dialogue, but it doesn't just happen with me and him. It creates energy and synergy amongst everybody. We know when we raise our level, especially when we need stops and we haven't played as well in the first half or one quarter. You know, one of our leaders, Kev, gets it going. We keep pushing him, and he keeps pushing us. And when he gets us to lead back or he ties the ball game, then I have to come in and do what I do, and then we do it together. But the guys around us really make us great. So that's really the tale of the story this year. It's just the guys around us. You know, we're making each other better.
Kerry, following up on that, you had 38, and you got rolling too. What is it like for you guys specifically to play off one another in these kind of games when you're playing at that kind of level offensively?
Man, I mean, that level offensively, you know, when we're just clicking on all cylinders and guys are not necessarily just making shots, but we're doing the little things, it feels good. The team morale is good. And there's a level of poise that we're learning about one another in these situations. We're down 17, down 19, down 15. And though we don't want to be in these holes, it's a challenge for us to face as a team that we haven't faced as a group on a consistent basis of, 40 games or 50 games as of yet. And I think I said it the other night, the best team is determined in April, May, and June. So these are tune-ups right now where we want to continue to play well. We're not going to shoot the ball well every single night, but our defensive principles got to be able to stand up to any team in this league. We see the best teams in the league. They're up there in the defensive categories and statistics. And if we could marry our offense and our defense, then I feel like we got a good run that we could put together moving forward.
You talked about the best teams obviously are rooted in their defense. Mm-hmm. Would you agree with his assessment? It looked like, Nick struggled defensively in the first half, kind of grew back into his own in the second half, got that big block late. What allowed him to do that? And B, just how irreplaceable is his defense for the way you guys want to play?
He's an asset. He brings much more than just his defensive presence. Him just being out there and being a smart player and making the right choices out on that end. We give him the utmost freedom to go and chase shots. He's gotten better over the last few years. So we just want to include him in everything that we do, especially on the defensive end, because he cleans up a lot of our mistakes. And teams have, over the last few years, lived at our rim or have been, out on the perimeter and they've gotten things easy. So we don't want any more knocks on our game as much. So if we can limit our weaknesses and be able to play through certain challenges throughout the game, then I feel like it sets us up for what we're preparing for. So every game is a chance for us to continue to prepare for when those months come later down the line. But we're going to enjoy every moment and every day. And when Nick, alongside other guys, are doing the little things, it makes the world of difference for our team.
Last question. You're not going to see Steph when you see the Warriors in a couple days. You're going to see Clay.
Hey, Steph, please get healthy. Please get healthy, brother. Wish you nothing but the best. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You are going to see Clay. Mm-hmm. And you guys haven't seen him in, I think, three years or so. What does it mean to you? And I know how closely you follow the game, how much respect you have for guys in the game, to be able to see him on the floor again having success.
Shoot, man. I tell you, anytime we get a guy back in our league that has been through a journey that a lot of people don't necessarily know about behind the scenes, how much it takes, how much sacrifice it takes to put your body, your mind, your spirit through all of the rigors of rehab and, sitting on the sideline and, going through every emotion with something that you love to do for a living. It's a job for us, it's work, but we love to do it, especially the ones that want to separate themselves. Clay's one of those ones that's always wanted to separate himself in the league. He's a great winner. He's a team player, and he has an edge about him that, pushes his opponents. And for us and this brotherhood here that we have, as well as the sisterhood, like we believe that anybody that's coming back from injury and they haven't been on the court for 2 years, we got to give them grace, we give them patience, and we give them a lot of confidence, whether we're going against them or not. So I'm always appreciative when we could go against guys that, have been through bottom of the mountain to the top of the mountain. He has winning championship the way he did. And as you can tell just how long-winded this answer is at times, just I love him, and I just want to see him do well. So for him to come back into Brooklyn and play against us and me going against him, a fellow at number 11 as well, it feels good, man. So I'm happy for him. But when we step on that court, it's all competition. So.
Well, so much there from Kyrie, but I want to focus on the fact that he underscored exactly what you said, which was the fact that playing alongside KD makes you want to be your best, and he's been great.
Yeah, and in order for Kevin Durant to keep doing this at the level, he needs help on the other side of the court. So if Kai is hitting two and the other guys are making shots, it's allowing Kevin to continue to be and to play one-on-one and do what he does to be great. And then everybody else is, held accountable. And like I said, when you see guys go off like that, you want to participate. You don't just want to watch. And Kai definitely participated tonight. So
they're heading home now in a couple of big games at Barclays Center. Next up is Golden State, and then it's Milwaukee.
Yeah, two teams that are definitely, one being just winning a championship. They're going to present a different amount of challenges, even without, Steph. They move the ball really well. They're going to put you in really weird situations that you're going to have to figure out throughout the course of the game. And obviously Milwaukee with Giannis and Middleton coming back, they're another great team that's playing fantastic. So they're going to have to protect home court. And, you want to win a game like this against Detroit because coming into the next week, you got two tough games.
Something special is happening here with this team, right?
Yes, I can feel it.
Okay. Very good. Thanks, Devin. So great to have you. That's all for the postgame show. Once again, the final score from Detroit. Nets 124, Pistons 121. Brooklyn rallies from down 19, led by a huge third quarter from Kevin Durant. Now for Devin Harris and our entire fabulous Yes Network team, I'm Nancy Newman. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time.